Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, friends? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I'm here to give you a little bit of energy. Let's get some cards on the table, find out what's going on, see if we can get a message out for you. It is a general message, keep that in mind, and it's not just for Scorpio Sun. It's for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. And so thanks for showing up here. I would so much appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up or a hype if you can do that. And that helps grow this tribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Thanks if you're the one that keeps showing up. I appreciate you, my ride or dies. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about the extended. I'm also going to tell you about private reads. Let's get some cards on the table for you, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We're doing a 9-card draw today, Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the 10 of Cups. It's a good place to start. Oh, look at this. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Cups. That gives me all sorts of exciting energy. This tells me, here comes your destiny, my friend. You know what? If you haven't seen the sneak peek for the week that I just put out a couple days ago, please go take a look at that, Scorpio, because it feels like you wrapped something up that was really big. And so I feel like you've broke through the surface here. It feels like you've broke through some sort of, I just saw the Kool-Aid man coming through the wall. It feels like you had a breakthrough of some sort, and it's because of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is here expanding your life now, and all kinds of change, really good change is about to show up for you here. Look at that. 10 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Your destiny is about to roll up, friend. Let's find out what's going on here. Got the 2 of Wands. I feel for a while that you may have been stuck at this place. The 2 of Wands is a place where, we've already made the plan, or we're making the plan, and we come to this place where we can choose the sun or the moon, where we can choose to go on whatever path. Maybe the one that's most lit up is the one that makes you comfortable, but maybe you're okay with walking in the dark. It feels like somebody here had to make some sort of decision. So whatever decision you made back there, I feel that it was to make a breakthrough. You planned this. I feel like even if you feel like you didn't, that you were listening to the universe, and the universe was talking to you here. We've got the 8 of Swords. We've got the Sun at the center of your read. This here, my friend, is amazeballs. Yep, this is some sort of something is about to be revealed about how things are about to change. And I just got really excited as I said that. I feel like you spent a long time stuck in the 8 of Swords energy. And the 8 of Swords energy is a place where we put ourselves in the mind. This makes me feel like, I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to cause problems. I don't want to say anything. But I feel like you said it. It feels like somebody here said it or did it. And now, because you've made the decision to move forward here, according to plan, the Wheel of Fortune shows up. And you get this new beginning. You get this brand new thing that is materializing in the 3D. So it feels like whatever you're planning, whatever you want to go to plan, here it is. I feel like that's what's going to be revealed to you. This could be anything that went from wherever you were here. I feel like you spoke on something that you were keeping quiet, keeping in your head, but I feel like it was hurting you. I think you finally said something. You had a breakthrough, and what was revealed after that is that the Wheel of Fortune decided to show up and say, okay, well, you finally did it. You finally did that thing. You removed the block that was keeping you stuck in a spot here, Scorpio. And I feel like the Page of Pentacles is just the beginning of it. It feels like something here is about to be revealed to you that has to do with time, effort, energy, money, a gift, a message. It feels like there is something here that's going to be revealed to you via a messenger, possibly, about some sort of plan that you've been thinking about somewhere in the background here. Gosh, we got the Tower now. You're pulling all the big arcanas, man. All the majors. You're pulling all the big majors. And when the big majors show up, it's because there's a bunch of change that is happening. Look, right at the very crown of your reading here is the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you had some sort of a breakthrough. You broke through a wall. I saw the Kool-Aid man coming through the wall. Oh, yeah. And the Tower energy being here. It tells me that whatever you were thinking, where I feel like you were stuck in a thought pattern, something you felt like you couldn't say. And I think that you didn't realize that it was a block, that it was blocking you. Whatever you were blocked from saying or felt like you couldn't say out loud, I feel like you finally blurted it out and the Tower fell. And now you're about to see the sun. I feel like the Tower was blocking the sun. You understand? Like, I feel like the Tower, some sort of illusion you have built to the sky, like, I can't say it because so-and-so won't like it, or that person will get hurt by what I'm saying. It feels like something like that. We've got the Ace of Wands, and we've got the Nine of Cups. Wow. Look, whatever it is, it's about to make you really happy. It's wish fulfillment, friend. The Ace of Wands is here. It's exciting wish fulfillment that is showing up because you removed some sort of a block by finally just saying it, by getting out of your head, getting yourself out of the mental prison and allowing the Tower to fall. I feel like some sort of Tower fell or something shifted huge when you finally said it. No, you can't treat me that way. Nope, I'm not staying quiet about that anymore. It feels like somebody said something. I'm going to put 2 cards down here, and we're going to look at what's under the surface here that you don't see. Tell me where this leads. We've got, oh, that's so beautiful, Scorpio. You've come to some sort of realization. And because you decided to say out loud, you have, in effect, started a series of events. Okay, in my mind's eye, so I have a guide, his name's Charlie, or at least I call him Charlie. And Charlie showed me the Kool-Aid man coming through the wall, but now I'm seeing dominoes. It feels like a domino effect. I feel like it was all stuck right here. Your block. That's what it was. It was a mental block. It was stuck right here. And now that you've said the words, got out of your head, you finally blurted it out, you finally said something or shed some light on the subject, had a breakthrough and said, I can't stay quiet about this anymore. It feels like this 6 of Swords is here saying, yep, and now you get to leave the chaos behind and move to the calm. And the Devil is here. You are detaching from the Devil energy. Detached, right? Swords energy. You're leaving this Devil energy. Whatever this is, I feel was created by your silence. You were torturing yourself by being silent about something here. Tell me what the Wheel of Fortune is. Let's get to the good stuff. Tell me what the Wheel of Fortune for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about this expansion, this fortunate events that are about to show up here. Well, 1, you get to heal. So whatever you said out loud was something you were holding back on, and I feel like the Tower fell all at once and you finally said something, and it was probably the most healing thing you could have done for yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is here. It gave you stability. You finally get to feel stable, feel healthier. I feel like your body's healthier. Look, when we're in this energy here and we're holding things in, that shit can make you sick, like physically sick. So I feel like your health is feeling better. Time, effort, energy. You have more energy. You have more, now that you got this off your mind and you said it out loud, you've got more time. You don't have to spend thinking about this. It feels like somebody's healing, like literal healing of my finances or my time or my money or my efforts or my stability. It feels like somebody's feeling a lot more stable here. The 5 of Pentacles, because I finally just said, no, I'm not going to be the one on the outside looking in anymore. I'm not keeping your secret. I'm not going to say anything anymore, because it was holding you back from your wish fulfillment, friend, from this very exciting wish fulfillment that is about to transpire because of some sort of decision that you are going to make or that you have made. Let's talk about this 8 of Swords. What is this? Tell me about the 8 of Swords. We've got the Three of Swords in the reverse. Damn, that's great. It was immediate relief. That's what it feels like, immediate relief. That you said the thing, and the Three of Swords is in the reverse, you immediately began to heal. You no longer feel stuck in your mind. It feels like the Ace of Pentacles is here. This is behind you. Look at this. Beautiful symbols, from Sarah Marchetti. Look at that. We got this fox looking back at the Three of Swords in the reverse. And to me, the Three of Swords in the reverse is finally letting go of some sort of frustration, disappointment, or heartache. I feel like something has changed. We see that there's an owl up there, right? Something has changed. I think you chose yourself, because Pentacles are about the self. It's about the self, like the worth, my own worth. I chose that. Six of Pentacles. You may have had people around you who were talking this out with you and saying, look, you just have to do it. You just have to do it. You got to stop being so stubborn. We got Taurus energy here. I feel like it opens up not only your mind, but it opens up your friend circle. Look, sometimes we think, like, we blame it on the other person. We say, well, those people don't want me around. But sometimes it's a block we create within ourselves, and we feel like we can't move forward. It's like, if I go out with them, I'm not going to have fun anyway. Tell me what this Page of Pentacles is. This is a really great reading. Tell me what the Page of Pentacles is for Scorpio, please. We have the Ten of Wands. I feel like some sort of financial burden is going to be lifted. We've got the Hierophant, and I just saw the World card. Wow, look at you. Oh my goodness. I feel like you decided it's time to move forward. The World card is showing up and saying that you've had some sort of an accomplishment or an achievement, or you've closed this chapter. This is very much a continuation of the reading I did in the sneak peek for you, Scorpio. And it feels like the Hierophant energy, it tells me by saying something, making the decision to say something, and giving somebody reciprocal energy, maybe somebody that you were watching in anguish, or you were watching them go through a terrible time, and you knew that if you said something that you could end their pain. It feels like there was a conversation that went down, or some sort of reciprocal energy that was very practical and very grounded, and can I have a conversation with you sort of energy. We have 7 coins. I feel like you waited, and I feel like you finally said something, because the Sun is here with the breakthrough energy. So I feel like you can now move forward. Look, the Hierophant is a spiritual teacher, yes. I feel like you've learned a lesson that you'll be able to take forward in your life and teach other people about when you feel like you can't do it, or you don't want to move, or you've decided that you won't move from this position. I'm looking at the sort of the energy of the World card, right? And that is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, all fixed signs, take a long time to move. You can't tell them what to do. They need to make their own decision and move in their own time. But we have the Hierophant here. We also have somebody here who is listening to the higher self, but also, don't tell me what to do. Kind of defiant energy of, I have my own path. I do things my own way. You had to do it in your own time, is what I'm saying. And when the Ten of Wands shows up with the Hierophant, you finally relieved yourself of digging your heels in the sand and sitting there and saying, no, I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not doing it. Even though it was hurting you, even though you were in this place of the Eight of Swords, I feel like the World card tells me, finally, because you've closed this little chapter, because you said something, it feels like whatever you said, whatever you finally said out loud probably helped other people and brought other people toward you in your life, where I feel like now because you've removed a block, it feels like they can communicate with you a little better, or you're feeling like you can communicate with them a little better. So I feel like you've closed a major chapter of being stubborn, of just standing there. Look, Scorpio, you're my sister sign. I'm a Taurus, you're a Scorpio. We are more alike than we are a not. And you're just like me. You're like, don't tell me what to do. I'll do it when I'm ready and not before then. And I feel like you dug your heels in on something, but it caused a lot of burden. It may have caused you to stop moving in life. Maybe things were just stalled. You weren't making any money. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe I feel like whatever this Tower is here, I feel like this shift is now going to bring you something really exciting in terms of some sort of wish fulfillment or happiness here. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Tower. What is the Tower shifting, please? We've got the Fool. Wow. Yep, it pushed you right off the edge. The Five of Wands is in the reverse. Look, I love tarot. Y'all know it. I keep telling you, but I can't even with this tarot stuff. Right? Like the Fool is here. The Tower falls, shoves you off the edge and says, good luck. Go ahead and do it. I think you took the leap, but I think that the universe knew that if you didn't get pushed at least a little bit, that you wouldn't do it. It feels like although it was exhilarating, I feel like it was also terrifying, because the Tower and the Fool is a terrifying leap of faith. I have to do it. I feel like you've grown up. You've come from this place where people didn't really take you seriously. This is the Court Jester. That was the very first tarot deck that was ever made. The Fool was actually the Court Jester. But look how much wisdom is in this person's face, right? I feel like you've really learned a lot in life. I feel like you've matured. I feel like life has been hard for you or on you, and I feel like you said, you know what, I need people to take me seriously. And I feel like you finally took the leap, and I think that was this, finally saying it out loud instead of keeping it in your head. The Five of Wands in the reverse is I'm no longer at odds with myself. I'm no longer battling myself on the inside and saying terrible things to me. I'm now releasing myself from that. And I think the Tower is the thing that is helping you release yourself from that. Look, it's all because of courage. I feel like you were holding back saying something, doing something, because you were trying to avoid the Tower. I feel like whatever you were staying in your head about, or you are staying in your head about it this time, I'm going to say, look, you are blocking your own happiness. You are blocking some sort of a breakthrough. You are blocking some sort of, look, when the Sun and the Queen of Pentacles shows up together, that's a lot of money, or that's a lot of health, or that's a lot of stability. That's a lot of time, effort, or energy. I feel like you were blocking, or maybe I'm telling you right now that you are blocking something. So if you're keeping someone's secret, or you're not saying something out loud because you think that, oh God, it's just going to start a big thing, like a rock slide. I'm seeing a rock slide, like rocks sliding down the mountain and coming to the road. And look, I don't live anywhere where there's mountains. I'm just saying, it feels like you felt like this was an obstacle that you were never going to hop over if you opened your mouth about it. But I think that you're about to, or you have opened your mouth about it. Okay, look, I'm going to stop reading here. I'm going to go into the extended. We're going to talk about the Sun, and we're going to talk about what your breakthrough felt like or will feel like. We're going to talk about what is being revealed, because the Sun is here. Look, we got the 9 and the 10 of Cups. I'm just saying, if you're the person who's wondering whether you should say something because you know that it's going to start a series of events that you're not going to be able to control because the Tower is here, I'm going to say, friend, just say it. Just say it. Stop holding back. Find your courage and say it. Because I feel like you holding someone else's secret, or holding back, or not saying something that you know, like, I don't know if you feel like knowledge is power, or if you feel like I could hurt a bunch of people if I say something out loud, or they're going to look at me differently. I feel like this is an amazing shift for you. And I feel like it happens probably by the end of the month. You should probably look in on your favorite astrologer, because there is a series of placements that are coming up here that are colliding, and one of them is Mars and Pisces, and this whole thing is going down by the end of the month. That's what it feels like here. Look, we're going to go into the extended. If you want to be there and see me work the rest of this out, we'll talk about what's under the surface. Think like you're moving away from some sort of ties that were binding you, some sort of attachment you had. You finally said something and you're leaving that behind. So I really feel like we should go into the extended. Let's talk about it. Please go to the top of the comments there, and you will see at the very top of the comments there is a pinned comment, and there you will find a link to the membership. So if you're interested in the membership, I just put a reading in there just specifically for the membership. If you're interested in that, I also put the extendeds in there. And if you're interested in a private read, please know that my private reads, my pre-recorded readings being at $25 and go up from there. And also I do live readings. So if you're interested, please pre-book with me. Go ahead and look at my schedule, pre-book with me. And if you are interested in that, you will get between 5 and 75% off. Well, look at that. That's the future energy, friend. 3 of Cups. There's celebration showing up. We're going to find out why. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I am always back, Scorpio. I can't stay away from you that long. Look, I'm your sister sign. You attract me. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care. Bye-bye.